Well, now look at you. Come on in, sugar. Night's falling, the stars are burning a little too bright tonight. Pull up that old stool, but don't sit too close to the window. Tonight's story don't come from a cemetery or a haunted attic. This one comes from above, where the sky ain't always empty and not everything that watches needs to blink. It's time again for Granny B's bedtime stories, where even a quiet country road can lead you straight into the unknown. When my mama got the sickness, I packed up my two boys and went to stay at her house out in the country. She'd gone to live with a friend closer to the city so she could get her treatments. But someone had to look after the house and my two younger sisters, just 15 and 11. That place set way out, no neighbors nearby, no lights past the porch, just woods and fields and that deep buzzing quiet you only get under starlight. One afternoon, I decided to get the kids out of the house for a bit. We drove nearly an hour into town to catch a movie and grab some pizza. It was a simple evening, laughter, a little normalcy. But sugar, the road home, that was anything but normal. We were maybe 15 minutes outside town when my youngest sister leaned forward from the back seat and said, "There's a light out there." I glanced out the passenger window. Hovering just above the tree line, far but not too far, was a single bright light, not blinking like a plane, not dipping like a satellite, just there. At first I brushed it off, told the kids it was probably a helicopter or a weather balloon. But as we drove, the light followed. Every curve, every dip in the road, it matched our path. Not gaining, not losing, just pacing us. I tried to keep calm, even made a joke about it being the pizza police. My sister gave a nervous laugh, but her eyes stayed locked on that window. Then my oldest boy, just 7 years old, said, "Mama, it's not leaving. It's not even blinking." That's when I really got nervous. I stopped joking, and sugar, the car got real quiet. The road twisted through a tunnel of pine trees, black silhouettes on either side, and the whole time that light hovered just beyond them. No sound, no movement, except when we moved. By the time we reached the turnoff to Mama's house, I couldn't bring myself to drive down that long gravel drive. I didn't want to be out there all alone with that thing watching from the trees. So I turned early and pulled into the nearest neighbor's house, the Emerys. Mr. Emery came to the door in his slippers, surprised to see me at that hour. I told him everything, the light, the movement, how it never stopped. He didn't laugh, didn't call me crazy. He just stepped aside, looked up, and said, "You ain't the first." He grabbed an old pair of hunting binoculars and tried to focus on it. But every time he locked eyes on the glow, it would zigzag, left, right, up, back, like it knew. He muttered, "It don't fly like nothing I've never seen. Not a chopper. Nothing makes sense." We stood there together, him watching through glass, me clutching my youngest boy's hand, until the light vanished. Not dimmed, not flew off, just blinked out, like a thought that decided not to be a thought anymore. We thanked Mr. Emery and drove back down to the house. All the lights stayed on that night, every door locked, every curtain drawn. The kids didn't ask questions. I think they knew there weren't any good answers. I never saw that light again, but I think about it. And over the years, I've heard others tell their stories. Lights in the sky with no sound, things that follow but don't land, strange buzzing in the ears, pressure in the chest, and a presence that don't feel like wind. But I don't know what followed us home that night, sugar. But I know what it wasn't. Not everything that haunts you crawls or creaks. Some things hover. If you're ever on a winding back road under a sky that feels too quiet and you spot a light where no light should be, don't blink, don't stop, and whatever you do, don't invite it in.